Hello, I'm Carl Stape, and today I have Mark C. Crowley with me, the author of The Power of Employee Wellbeing and Lead from the Heart. Thank you for being here, Mark. What is your 5 minute system?
Okay, Carl. So I don't have a system, but what I do have is a philosophy. And the philosophy applies to, we'll say, an underperforming team. So let's say that you've got some important goals and your team is generally meeting those goals, but all of a sudden something's gone wrong. And we don't know what's happening. All you can see is the metrics say that at mid-month, you're not on track to meet what you need to meet at the end of that month. So what tends to happen is that managers panic. They go into fear. They think about what's going to happen to them if they don't meet their goals. They don't like that feeling. And so they go into a meeting with their team and they start to yell at them or challenge them in a way that makes people feel threatened, that ignores that in the past they've been very consistent in hitting their goals. So the manager comes in and says, "This is unacceptable. This is really disappointing. I'm very unhappy to see that you guys are not meeting your goals. And I'm just going to say it right now that something's going to happen if we don't meet the goals. I'm not saying what. That is an instinct that comes out of leadership weakness. And what I have found is that the alternative is a much more compelling and much more productive way where you come back into that meeting and you assume innocence, that you recognize that you've got a team that you hired, that people are working really hard for you, they consistently meet their goals. So to lose perspective and start attacking people or making people feel unsupported is the worst thing you can do. You're undermining their ability to turn things around. So what you want to do is to say, I have a high performing team here. We meet our goals month in and month out, and I'm not worried at all. I do and am concerned. So I want to spend some time talking about it. Let's go around the room. Let's just talk about update me on what's happening. Where do you think we're going to be? What can we do? I want to support you because we're a winning team and we're going to keep winning. We've got a minor little problem here. We'll get through this and we'll get on to greater success. How do people feel in that moment? They feel the manager understands them personally. They understand that they've been around for a long time. They've never let Carl down, and they're not
Mhm.
going to let him down this time. But the bigger issue is that they see that you didn't fall for the trick. That you didn't fail in that moment when you easily could have criticized them and told them how angry and upset you were. You instead said, I believe in you. I'm confident in you. I know you have all the talents, all the skills to turn things around, and I know we will. My experience is that when you do that, that you boost people in a way that is so profound that people are so grateful that they end up reciprocating for you. Like they will go, I'm not going to let this guy down at all. We're going to get to the end of the month and we're going to meet that goal. And that's been my consistent experience in my entire career in leadership. And it really just comes down to believing in people and expressing that belief to people and not panicking and thinking, I'm going to be in trouble if we don't meet those goals. You have to also have to be strong in yourself to be able to go to your boss and say, hey, this is just 1 month where we didn't meet it. I've met with my team. I know what's going on. At the end of the quarter, we're going to be fine. So I'm not overreacting to it. This is a great team. And if you have a good boss, the boss is going to say, you're right.
Yes. And I'm also hearing a little system in there of pausing before you react. And I think this is that self-awareness for leadership that's so important because if that leader goes in with that stress and that anxiety, that comes out and shows that moment of pause of like, okay, what really, how do I want to address this? And how am I going to do this from a place of heart and good feeling? And like you said, positivity is much more powerful than being reactionary. And I think that's a really important takeaway for me.
It's really important giveaway for me. I mean, the emotional intelligence that's required here is why so many people feel they work for bosses that can't make that leap, that
Mm.
they fall for it every time. They trip over that hurdle. We're behind goal. I'm going to get in trouble, so you're going to get in trouble. That mentality. And even if you feel like you will get in trouble with your boss if you don't meet it, the superior leader says, I'm not going to make my team experience that. I'm not going to hand that down just because it's being given to me. I'm going to believe in my team. And this doesn't mean you ignore the tough conversation. If you're 20% a goal at mid-month, you're nowhere near where you need to be. So you really need to pick it up. So you need to be honest with people. It's like, hey, we're really, truly underperforming. I still think we can get there. I believe in you, but we need a plan. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with come back to me and tell me how you're going to get there. We can have that conversation, but it's just the foundational belief that my boss, Carl, believes in my ability to do this and sees the big picture, that I'm a hardworking, talented guy who's been committed to you for a long time. And if you lose sight of the big picture of me working for you all that time, working hard, and it's just this one goal for, this 1 month, and you're going to town on me for it, I'll never forgive you for it. I'll never forgive
Yeah.
you for it because it's so unfair.
Yes. Yes. I love that. Oh, that's powerful stuff. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.